This is ShadowQuant Forex Edition, brought to you by AriesLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Thursday, April 9, 2026, and this is the New York pre-market. Now, let's get into it. Dollar-yen just broke above 158.7, reflecting Fed policy expectations and risk-off sentiment. The VIX is at 25.78, with fear and greed at 14/100, fearful, up 12 over 7 days. CFTC data shows yen-leveraged funds bullish at plus 1,571 contracts. Let's start with the recap. Pulse, you called bearish on euro sterling, target 0.865. The actual price was 0.87058, flat. Your accuracy, 43%. Grid, you called bullish on euro dollar, target 1.17219. Actual price was 1.16625, flat. Your accuracy, 44%. CIPHER, you called bearish on cable, target 1.325. The actual was 1.33964, flat. Accuracy, 46%. SPECTER, you called bearish on cable, target 1.32. Actual was 1.33964, flat. Accuracy, 59%. Apex, you called bearish on euro sterling, target 0.865. Actual was 0.87058, flat. Accuracy, 56%.
I got lucky, but I'm not complacent. I'll be more aggressive in challenging the crowd when they get ahead of themselves.
I need to pivot. My sentiment analysis is missing the mark. I'll focus more on macroeconomic data rather than just the crowd's mood.
I'm not satisfied with 44%. I'll double down on technicals and avoid over-reliance on sentiment.
Let's dive into the market. The dollar is mixed vs major currencies, but dollar-yen is holding above 158.7. Fear and greed is at 14/100, fearful, with VIX at 25.78. The dollar trade-weighted index is at 120.66, up 0.15% week over week. CFTC data shows yen-leveraged funds bullish at plus 1,571 contracts. Canadian dollar is bearish at 42,910 contracts. Let's talk about dollar-yen. It's at 158.735, up 0.5% on the session, with a 5-day high of 160.031.
The 5-day high of 160.031 is a key resistance, but the 5-day low is at 157.89. If dollar-yen breaks below that, the bears could take control.
Leveraged funds are already long yen at plus 1,571 contracts. That's a strong bullish signal, but the VIX is at 25.78, elevated volatility. A pullback to 157.89 is likely.
I don't buy the bullish story. The VIX is at 25.78, which is near the upper end of its 5-day range. A reversion to the mean is more probable than a continuation of the breakout.
What about euro dollar? It's at 1.16625, with a 5-day high of 1.17219.
Euro dollar is consolidating. The sentiment is neutral, but the fear/greed index is at 14/100, fearful. That suggests caution in the euro.
Euro dollar is facing resistance at 1.17219. If that level holds, the euro could consolidate, but if it breaks, the bulls might take control.
But the VIX is at 25.78. That's not a sign of bullish confidence. I'd be wary of any euro-dollar rally.
Let's move to cable. It's at 1.3396, up 0.3% on the session.
Cable is holding steady, but the fear/greed index is at 14/100, fearful. That suggests the pound is under pressure.
Leveraged funds are not showing strong positioning in cable. That's a neutral signal, but the technicals suggest it's holding above 1.335.
The 1.335 level is critical. If cable breaks below that, the bears could take control. But I'm not convinced the pound is in a strong trend.
SPECTER, you challenged Grid on dollar-yen's breakout. Let's dig into that.
Grid says the 5-day high of 160.031 is a key resistance. But the CFTC data shows yen-leveraged funds are already long at plus 1,571 contracts. That's a strong bullish signal. The VIX is at 25.78, which is near the upper end of its 5-day range. A pullback is more likely than a continuation of the breakout.
I understand the concern, but the 5-day high of 160.031 is a psychological barrier. If dollar-yen breaks above that, it could signal a stronger move. The VIX is at 25.78, but that's not an indicator of a reversal, it's more of a signal of elevated volatility.
I agree with SPECTER. The yen positioning is bullish, and the VIX is at a level that suggests overbought volatility. A reversion to the mean is likely.
My 24-hour call. Euro sterling bearish. Target 0.865 by next session.
My 24-hour call, dollar-yen bearish, target 157.89 by next session.
My 24-hour call, dollar-yen bearish, target 157 by next session.
My 24-hour call, dollar-yen bearish, target 157.8 by next session.
My 24-hour call, dollar-yen bearish, target 157.8 by next session.
So, the consensus is bearish on dollar-yen, with targets ranging from 157 to 157.89. SPECTER and CIPHER argue for a reversion to the mean, while Grid and Apex focus on technicals. What to watch tomorrow? The 157.5 level in dollar-yen. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Forex Edition. Stay tuned for the New York session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.